Hi, my name is Liam. I'm Quentin. Welcome back to another Parkway South journalism video article. So today we're going to be talking about thrifting. That's our topic. And not only are we going to talk about just going to thrift stores, we're going to be interviewing students at Parkway South who thrift and can tell you more about it. We're also going to get into how thrifting is good for the environment because it reduces waste by giving clothes a second life and cuts down the need to produce new items. So that saves water and energy. And fast fashion, on the other hand, is just bad for the planet because it creates just massive textile waste and pollution from cheaply made clothes that are quickly thrown out. So not only is thrifting good to go buy clothes, you can get good stuff, good quality things, that have been barely used, turn something else into something, or you can donate stuff that you're not using anymore. So we're gonna go to two thrift stores that are so different from each other, and we're also gonna interview some students that are known to thrift. So we'll get to that. Thank you.
All right, guys, so we're here at Uptown Cheapskate, which is the first location that we're going to be visiting today. What? Did I say it wrong? We're here at Uptown Cheapskate, which is the first place we're going to be visiting today on our thrifting list. And we're going to go take a look inside. Okay, so right now we're inside Uptown Cheapskate. You can find it down Manchester Road near Goodwill. No, that's wrong. Near Five Below, Rally House. And then Walgreens. So right here, we're in the men's section. So when you come into the store, at the front of the store, there's all women's back there. There's shoes up here on all these, above all like the clothes. There's always all the shoes like over there. There's heels, stuff like that. And then in the back here, we have all the athletic stuff. There's mostly girls right here. But let's take you through, like you can look for tops and you can look at all the shoes up here, and there's interesting things like you can find a lot of variety of brands. And I think that's what's really nice about thrifting, is that it's not like you're going into a regular store at the mall and you're only looking at one brand. You could pull this out. You could find Nautica here, you can find a blazer here, you can keep looking, and there's some vintage looking college jackets. There's all types of stuff you can find. All right, so let's go over to look at some of the shoes now. The other thing here is that a lot of this stuff looks pretty new, but everything here is used and from other people. As you can see here, found a pair of basketball shoes, look pretty new. These are LaMelo Ball's signature basketball shoe. And then right here we have a very nice clean pair of Jordans. So that's also something to look for, because you can find some steals at when you're looking at shoes in thrift stores. Right here it says, look, still all stamps 80% off. Everything here is already cheap, so imagine that 80% off of some Tatums. And then also here's some more LaMelo Balls right here, this shoe, and then some Adidas basketball shoe. What? Oh, and then here's a nice pair of New Balances right here. Pretty looking new, a little dirty at the bottom, but that's normal for a shoe that's gonna get dirty anyway. So yeah, let's continue. Here's where the workers will sort out all the different thrifted clothes and handpick the nice ones and what they're gonna put up and what upstands in the store. Right now we're gonna cut to an interview that we have with a student at Parkway South who actually works here.
I'm Liam Collette. I'm here with. So your company is a secondhand clothing store.
Yeah.
Why do you think thrifting is better than like fast fashion or like normal stores like that?
Yeah, I think when you compare it to other thrift stores like Savers and Goodwill and all of that, it's kind of based on donations, and sometimes you might not find all that stuff, but Uptown is different because people sell their stuff there, so you are going to find stuff that you'd find at the mall. So you're not completely really like throwing out your sense of fashion. Like if you like the stuff that's at the mall and fast fashion, all that, like you can still get good stuff, just in a way that's just like good for the earth. I don't know. So if you guys care about thrifting and you want to find good stuff, you guys should come to Uptown. It's 15 minutes away from here.
All right, thank you, Maren, for letting us interview you.
All right, guys, we reached our second location, which is Savers. It's It's near like Chick-fil-A, Qdoba. It's in like this big lot by Ace Hardware. So we're gonna go inside. All right, so we made it to the men's section. Now it's a little bit different than Uptown. Definitely a lot more clothes, but you know, you can always find some weird stuff, you know. Definitely, I'd say Uptown is definitely more select with their things, but at the same time, you know, Savers, I feel like you can definitely find some really good stuff here. You know, Savers has a lot more like different options with like, you can get like random old tech, old antiques, bunch of shoes. Just definitely everything's in bulk here. You can also get toys over there. You can get the shot of toys over there. All right, so I think now we're at the most interesting section, which is like, you know, tech and like other recreational items. Like, so they got like speakers, TVs. You know, this is definitely a big difference from Uptown. You got a bunch of just, honestly, things that you really can't really see a lot of people getting, but you know, probably if you watch any like golf YouTubers, they do challenge where they use like thrift golf clubs and stuff and use them. This is probably like I always check this section, but I never find anything good. But I think it's interesting that they got a lot of golf clubs here, and they also have, you know, kids' bikes, snowboards. You know, sometimes they do have like guitars here, which I think is cool. Just definitely a lot more like variety and types of items you can get at like an actual thrift store than like a place like Plato's or, you know, or Uptown, or I think that's all of them. Yeah.
Hello, who am I here with today?
My name's Lola.
Okay, well, so it's true that you own the Thrifting Club here in South?
Yeah.
So can you tell us a little bit about that and why you decided to start that?
Yeah, so basically it's just a club where like we get people together and like go thrifting and stuff, and I wanted to start it because I wanted to like show people how to thrift and like how easy it is, because I think it's important that people buy stuff secondhand and not firsthand all the time. It saves money, and it's also like better for the environment and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna get to next, is how like fast fashion isn't the best for the environment. I mean, like when I'm wearing right now, it's thrifted too and everything. So, so how many people do you have in the club, and where do you go to go thrifting?
So we haven't done it this year. Last year though, we ended up with like, I think at most we had like 10 people. It was a pretty small group, but we would go to like Savers or Goodwill. Mainly just Savers though. I feel like it's the better thrift store. So.
And are you gonna start that up again this year?
Possibly if there's time. My co-leader was a senior last year, and she's not here anymore, so I don't know, kind of lazy.
Okay, well, great, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, who am I here with?
Aiden.
All right, Aiden, so you're new to the school, right?
Yeah.
So where'd you come from before?
I came from Portland, Oregon.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
Now that you're in a new state and everything, do you have places that you found that you like to go that are in this area?
Honestly, not yet. I haven't had time to really look. But I'm from Portland, Oregon, and in Portland, Oregon, thrifting is like a big thing. So a lot of times, like a good place to go when you're not looking for anything in particular, just anything, you know, you're going on a whim. Goodwill bins always works really well. For me, just finding some nice, cheap clothes on a random day. Here, I've been doing a lot of Depop shopping, so that's like online thrifting. So I got this shirt off Depop actually, but I've yet to go around and look for local thrift stores to buy things from.
Well, there's a good selection here. Where I usually particularly go, and where Liam goes, is there is a Goodwill Bins in Bridgeton. It's about like 25 minutes away from here, so that's always a good place to go over the weekends. And then yeah, there's plenty of good places. You know, down Manchester Road, there's Plato's. There's a lot of good options and stuff. But so do you prefer it because you find the stuff, or do you like you find the stuff that you like, or do you prefer it based off like cheapness?
I like the idea of finding things that are cheap that I like. I think I really value quality in my clothes, so I think that unlike a lot of people who regularly thrift, I'm more picky. about the clothes that I get, but I do go for the deals. Like that's my main goal when I'm thrifting.
Do you prefer like going to like a mall and go to like fast fashion locations and go to big brand stores, or is thrifting just always the move for you?
I would say that really depends on what I'm looking for. Like, it's all about everything. Like for pants, I struggle to find anything in thrift stores that I really like. But shirts is really what I go for when I'm going thrifting. Like if I need shirts, that's my place to go. Is the thrift store or Depop.
All right, perfect. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you.
All right, guys. So we completed our thrifting locations that we were visiting, and we appreciate everyone that was watching this video and that understands the benefits to thrifting and all the cool perks that you can get. Obviously, furniture is expensive, clothes are expensive these days. Pretty much everything is. So you can just benefit a lot from coming to these places.
Yeah, I hope this video teaches you guys that thrifting is important and that getting secondhand clothing will help the environment. And I want you guys to go out and find your own good clothes at a thrift store. Maybe go out this week and go to the thrift store and like just find a grail. You know.
I mean, and also like the places that we visited, we've only visited 2 places today that you saw in this video, but there are plenty of different locations you can go. There's many Goodwills, there's Goodwill bins, and then there's also places that are similar to like where we saw today, where everything's kind of on racks. So that's why there's so many different options, and my personal favorite where I got good quality clothes, I'll put some on the screen. So where I saw some good quality clothes is I've got places at Goodwill bins in Bridgeton. Found many good pieces there, and also at Savers and Plato's Closet. Like, you can't really go wrong. Like, you're never gonna find everything perfect. There's not a perfect piece out there. There's days that you're not hitting, and then there's days that you are. It's just really kind of a lifestyle, as you see some people kind of prioritize that and make that into their routine, and end up doing that when they have the time to do that.
And while we were at these thrift stores, we saw a lot of school spirit wear. So if you guys are looking for like a vintage like shirt of your school, and you guys don't like the new shirts or anything like that, I would go here. You want to wear something that has your school on it and also looks cool. So
Instead of just throwing out trash, but reducing, reusing, recycling. So yeah, we'll catch you on the next video.
yep, that's everything. So we'll see you guys in the next video article. All right, bye. Yep.